Okay. All right. So, what's up, Fallon?
Mm, the usual.
Yeah. How was
Got
your
my
meeting?
got my coffee. The meeting was good. It went well.
Yeah, that's good. I got water.
I have water too. I always have like three beverages.
I consumed my other two beverages. I was going to make another matcha for this, and then I was like, maybe I don't need that much caffeine because last night I couldn't get to sleep because I took like a 2 hour nap at 4 o'clock.
You do that.
I was tired. I ate tacos and I was tired. It was nuts. So, yeah. So today's episode is favorite things. We have a list of,
Can we pause? I have to go bring my mother Milo's tablet.
yes,
Sorry.
I'm just gonna hit stop. Okay. What was it saying before you rudely interrupted?
Sorry.
I
Oh no.
kid. I kid. Oh, I was talking about our episode today is our favorite things. I mean, this could be this is supposed to be a shorter episode, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna end up being a long episode.
I'm gonna be transparent here. I forgot to write them out.
Oh, I
So
didn't write mine out either. Lord knows what I'm gonna come up with.
yeah, I'm going off the top of my head. So it'll be fun. Let's
Cool.
go.
Let's start off strong with like, okay, what's your favorite book?
Like ever?
I don't know. I mean, because personally, I can say what my favorite book is right now.
Okay, I can do how about favorite book you've read in the last 3 years?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What do you have?
Do you have one?
Yeah, I think I have three, but yeah.
Okay. I think my favorite book that I've read in the last 3 years would probably be The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
Damn it, that was mine.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. I have a backup one, but go ahead.
I just remember the first time I read that one, I was immediately drawn in, and it's kind of I like that it's kind of realistic, but it still has those whimsical fantasy aspects to it.
Yeah,
And it's so beautifully written.
that's V. Schwab, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, such a beautiful. It's such a beautifully written book. I highly recommend it, and it's a standalone.
Yeah. I also appreciated that because I read so many series and I get by the end of the series, I'm always like, oh God, when's it gonna end? So I loved that it was just one, done, beautiful story. You feel all the things, and just probably one of my favorite modern reads in the past couple of years. But if we want to go
Yeah,
classic, um I'm a Gatsby girl. I love The Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby, great book.
Yeah.
I mean, so for me, in the last 3 years, I think my favorite book was, either The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue or A Dowry of Blood, which
I don't think I read that.
because so it is a beautifully written book and it ties into like one of my favorite books like when I was younger, like a classic is Dracula, but also Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice.
Okay.
And so A Dowry of Blood is basically a version, a retelling of Dracula from the wives' point of view.
Oh,
And it's really beautifully written. And it's just like it's like Dracula appears like twice in the entire book, but like they talk about him and it's like all of the things that they experience and go through like from all the eras and then like to the modern day. It's like it's an awesome book. Actually, Elise recommended it to me.
I remember she recommended it, and then I just for whatever reason never read it. So I will.
I
It's
absolutely loved it.
probably already on my TBR, so I'll
It
make sure to
is.
read it.
I
Especially,
trolled I trolled your TBR the other day because I was like, oh, what am I going to read before I lost power for 15 hours? And I was looking at your list and I was like, it's on her list. She just hasn't read it yet.
yeah. So I'll bump that one up, especially since I feel like it fits in. We're in spooky season now, so I like
We
to.
are in, yeah, I mean, tomorrow's
Yeah,
October 1. So yeah, yeah.
I feel like we've been
Um,
in season ever since Libra season started. So
Well, it's because you're a Libra, so that makes sense. Mickey would agree with me on that one.
I know the Libra slander, it's fine. Usually I deserve it. It's okay.
I feel like she is so hard on Libras too.
I know that I'm the only Libra she loves, and I'm okay with that.
There. Okay, next up, favorite movie.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm talking. I don't know if you can hear that.
it's
Okay.
fine. Favorite
Uh,
movie? I don't even know. Like, I think back to my youth and I loved Now and Then.
oh,
It was
that was
such
so good.
that was such a great movie. Um,
I mean,
but
Clueless, The
oh,
Craft.
Clueless. Yeah, I was more like I love 10 Things I Hate About You.
You were a Cruel Intentions girl, and I'm gonna be honest,
Oh, top 5 favorites of all time.
I've only seen it once when I was a lot younger, and I do not remember anything about it. I'm sure if I were to watch it now, I would probably be obsessed and
Oh
you
God,
know,
classic.
but
Cla- Definitely a top 5.
yeah, The Craft for me is one of my
The Craft
favorites.
wasn't one of my favorites, but it was such a good. It was a great movie. I loved it, but it's not one of my top 5.
Empire Records, I really like that one.
I just watched it again recently, and I mean, it's such a good movie. Rory was like, "This is terrible," and I'm like, "You know nothing."
But then there's always this movie that I tell people about and nobody's ever heard of it, but City Island is one of my like random favorites. Um I know that Ezra Miller is a little problematic. This is like one of his earlier roles when he was like a teenager. This is like before like all the Flash and all that. But it was Andy Garcia and Juliana Margulies are like the leads. And it was just like it's a good like family, I guess you can say there's a coming of age story. There's lots of miscommunications happening, but at the end of the day, of course, they're family, they love each other. Um, yeah. And I want to
I
say
don't
Andy
think I've
Garcia's
seen that.
real daughter plays his daughter in the movie. Um, yeah, so he's like, I'm not giving anything away here, but he's like a prison guard and he wants to be an actor. So he's like trying to take these acting classes, but he's being so sketchy about it that his wife thinks he's having an affair. And like it's good.
I have never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie? Was it something? Is it Bear Mountain with?
Uh, not only did I see the movie, me and my childhood bestie made it our personalities, and like immediately after seeing the movie, like we
Oh
went
my
home,
God,
played it, like we acted it out.
same, same. Oh my God, same. Yes, classic movie. I'm like I can't remember the full title, but because that was with Christina Ricci and was it
Uh,
Anna Paquin?
no, it's
No,
Anna Chlumsky, the one from my
that one. That's right.
probably saying that wrong, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, from My Girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, this
My
one's huh?
my girl.
Yeah, My Girl. That's what I said.
No,
That
I'm
was
saying
a great movie. Oh yeah. My Girl, classic movie. Also, my entire personality. I did everything I could to get that stupid denim hat with the sunflower on it. I had it and I wore it the day Stephanie was born, my sister.
oh, I've seen that picture.
That was
Um,
adorable.
I also had that hat, but it was more so in honor of Blossom. But yeah.
Oh, I was obsessed with that show too. Punky Brewster. Oh, okay, wait. All right.
We're
We're
digressing.
getting yeah. I still don't even know what my favorite like I have like top 5 favorite movies, but like Cruel Intentions is definitely up there. And Clueless is definitely up
You
there.
know a movie that I haven't seen in a while, but I remember being obsessed with it, The Skulls.
Well, yeah, that was a Josh Hartnett movie, right? Wait, no,
Joshua
Kate
Jackson.
Hudson. Huh?
Joshua Jackson was in that one, huh?
I'm getting my Josh Hartnett and Joshua Jackson movies mixed up these first
Yeah.
2 weeks
What
of
is
this
this is the second
podcast.
movie on that. Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can't, I'm drawing a blank.
Let's
It
see.
might be Joshua Jackson. I'm not getting them confused like on
Oh,
purpose. It's just my
it's
brain.
Joshua Jackson and Paul Walker.
Oh, rest in peace. Yeah,
Yeah. But I love A Secret Society.
I do
Um,
too. Yeah, well, I'm sure we can have a whole episode on P. Diddy.
I wasn't
Uh,
even gonna go there. I was thinking lines of Ninth House and Hellbent by Lady.
Oh, isn't there another one supposed to be coming out, right?
Yes. But
Oh,
we're digressing. Continue. What's next?
okay, okay. Favorite skincare product?
Okay, just like products.
I've
Okay,
got mine.
okay, you go.
Uh, tretinoin, hands down. Tretinoin, Retin-A, straight up Retin-A out of a tube.
So mine is pretty much the same thing, but it's my version that I get off of Amazon, and it's what's it called? It's A313 retinol
Oh,
cream, and
that's
it's
the.
like French.
I can't use it. I have an extra tube of it if you want it.
Yes, send it to me because I love that stuff. The
Yeah,
Renee.
I had the actual one from France.
Well,
A friend of mine brought it back for me. I don't have the Americanized version. I have the actual French one. I'll send it to you in the mail. You know, especially when you send me my Delulu hat.
yeah, I know. I gotta send you a few
I'm
things.
kidding. I only reminded you like 2 days ago. Yeah, no, I only use like 3 skincare products though. I use 50 SPF sunscreen, tretinoin. I have like 3 different moisturizers because I have rosacea and eczema, so it's a pain. And then a vitamin C serum. That's literally all I use.
Yeah, I pretty much have simplified my routine. So in the morning, I have like cleanser, serum, and moisturizer, and then at night, cleanser, A313, and then Aquaphor. So I go to sleep looking like a glazed donut.
You put Aquaphor on top of a retinol. That is ballsy, girl.
I go to bed looking glazed.
Well, no, it's an occlusive. I can't. I mean, my face would just like scale up and look like a reptile.
And then I wake up looking like
That's
glowing.
amazing. I wish I didn't have all these like stupid skin things. I would totally do that, but
I've
I would
never had
die.
super problematic skin though, so I will say I have like, if it's a thing, like good skin privilege. I don't know.
Good skin privilege. Well, hopefully you don't ever have to deal with hormonal skin issues because that's the absolute worst. Is like, especially when you get all of this like flakes up around your mouth. It's
And when I
awful.
was like a teenager, I would get like that one pimple that would come like right here in like the corner,
Yeah.
or like on my
Yeah.
underneath the skin, but like
Hmm.
it would go away.
Same.
Yeah.
I was never really one to like have acne or breakout, which has been great. But my thing is like the rosacea and the eczema just like consumes my face. It's ridiculous. Okay, here's a fun one. What's your favorite kitchen tool or like kitchen necessity?
Like for cooking, or are we talking like my coffee maker?
It can be whatever you want.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, it's a tough one. You know, because mine is either my garlic press or my milk steamer, because which is new and it's a game changer.
So I have an espresso, and it like does the milk steaming for me, and like it'll steam the milk first, and then it makes the espresso, and then it puts the milk into the cup like all
Hmm.
together. So I
My
use
sister
that.
has one of those. Yeah.
But I would say probably my cupcake tin, because since I've been doing like all the meal prepping,
Yeah.
my like egg cups are like my go-to. And then I discovered recently, so originally I was just like cracking an egg into the cupcake tin and just like kind of leaving it there to
Yeah.
like be like a medium to hard boil. But I also have a mini whisk. I love a mini whisk more so than the big one. But so I've been taking the mini whisk, and then I like do like this in each one, and then they like fluff up and they look more like Starbucks egg bites as opposed to just like an egg.
I have a mini whisk and I use mine. I have my matcha whisk too, which I'd be lost without.
Yeah, so I would say my cupcake tin and my mini whisk for my egg bites.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's something you eat every day. Why
Yeah.
not? Okay. I know this one's gonna be hard for you, but what's your favorite song?
Can we what's the time frame?
What's the time frame, Fallon? We have to record another episode.
No, I mean
So
like time frame of like what, are we talking a specific decade? Are we talking like of all
let's
time?
that's a hard one. I don't know. What do you tell me?
The problem is I listen to just about everything.
I do too.
I always used to say the only thing I don't listen to is country, but
Mm.
like I feel like that has changed. I I enjoy
Okay.
a little bit of country now, so it's weird.
I I can hone in on mine, even though it's like probably not my truth. It's okay, it's one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites. I am like one of those people that's just like my playlists are just like literally songs I like. And there is like no rhyme or reason. It's goes from like Nirvana to Boston to Billie Holiday,
You and your
Miguel, huh?
yacht rock.
By Yacht Rock? I don't even know what that means. But my top two favorite songs, I think, of all time is Wild Horses, but performed by the Sundays,
Okay,
and Maisie Starr's Fade Into You, which is also my wedding song.
that's a good one. I really enjoy that song.
So those are probably my top two that I can kind of pinpoint because they're the songs I think of that like sometimes I just want to listen to when I'm like stressed or something, like,
Yeah.
but all in all, my favorite playlist I listen to every single day is called Classical Bangers. And it's like everything. Yeah, it's everything from
On
like,
Spotify, yeah.
yeah, Mozart to, I mean, it just plays all the time.
All right, let's see. Um, I'm trying to see, is there a way? I'm pulling up my,
I'm looking at mine too. I'm like, because
I
then
pull
I'm
up
like,
my
oh, but
like
I,
listening history.
huh?
Sorry, my dog is like going nuts.
Oh, Penny.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the like, does Spotify tell you like, what? I know they do that like end of year like wrap up thing, but
No. If they do like a like an like your most played song or whatever. Like Hey Jude is another one of my favorite songs by the Beatles.
that's one of my favorites. Because it's my middle name is Jude, and I've just adopted that as one of my favorite songs of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. It's a classic.
And I like the build up.
While you're thinking, this is a fun fact. For my, I think it was my oops, sorry about that. It was my ninth grade history midterm. We had to learn Yellow Submarine by the Beatles as our midterm exam.
That's funny. Okay, so I can pinpoint like probably my favorite song when I was in college was Jack's Mannequin, Dark Blue.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I listen to everything, like all the genres, and
Yeah.
my playlists are all very random.
Yeah.
I actually have a playlist that is called Random AF, and it's like over 30 hours long at this point because I just keep adding stuff to it. And it's like a bunch of like and nostalgia, and it ranges from like all types of music every decade. And I'm just like, I don't know what, I can't stop adding to it. But yeah, this is really hard. Pass.
All right, fine. Favorite brand or designer?
Um, Prada will always have a soft spot in my heart because
Okay.
I don't know. I like their like they're very classic. They sometimes play it a little safe, but I don't know. I feel like they're timeless, and I really like timeless things. Like I feel like the Prada bags that I have from my time working for the company are bags that I can keep for the rest of my life. Like they're not gonna go out of style. Like
Yeah.
I like classic.
Yeah. Um, God, I mean, this fluctuates for me. This could go a couple of different ways. So on one hand, like right now, I'm like hugely obsessed with Schiaparelli and Loewe. And I've
Mhm.
kind of always been obsessed with Loewe. Um,
Like he's got that little elephant bag that I think is like the cutest thing ever.
oh, the straw
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's cute.
Maybe I
Um, Loewe is just like it's also one of the luxury brands that has like stuck to their, I mean, just like Schiaparelli has like stuck to their roots and like it's still like familial owned. It's not a part of LVMH, and it's not like, without sounding like an ass, a corrupt fashion brand like
Yeah.
Chanel has. I mean, I feel like Chanel, even though like history has shown that Chanel has just sold her soul for everything, but like I feel like Chanel has just like become, it's just about like, it literally is just about making money, in the sense where it's like the increase in prices and nothing about the bags has changed or elevated or done anything to prove worthy of those price increases.
Yeah. Another reason why I like Prada and I'll stick with that as my pick is because I feel like they did a really good job of embracing the whole like athleisure lifestyle shift.
Hmm.
And they're ready to wear transitions well into real life, where sometimes you see these runway shows and you're just like, wow, those are beautiful like pieces of art, but like you have a hard time picturing like a real person walking down the street in that look. So I feel like
Hmm.
they do a good job of like translating real looks that people will
Which is
wear.
why I guess it gets that, is it safe or is it setting like what the streetwear trend is for the season?
I feel like it's a combination, but we all know that I am a little bit basic, so
True. Yeah, I mean, because like Loewe, like this season recently, like last week, did a dress that was entirely pieced together out of pearl from the inside of, like, I mean, literally turning something into a fabric, like literally taking pearl and turning it into a fabric. It is insane and absolutely stunning. Can that be sold to the market? Hell no.
oh, I also love Christian Siriano. I feel like he does a lot of fun looks for the
I
summer.
love him
And I
too.
love that he dresses like all shapes and sizes and he's
Yeah.
not like I don't know, I feel like a lot of designers can be very sizist when it comes to like especially red carpet looks. So I feel like he does a really great job of doing like bold, colorful statement looks on everybody.
I have an idea for next fashion week. I want to reach out to them to see about like coming to do backstage shoots for them for fashion week, because I think it would be a lot of fun to have an idea. And I'm like, oh, I could pitch it to magazines. So
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Like, cause he reached out like on his Instagram for this past season, or this the current season, looking for makeup artists,
I
because
saw that.
his like makeup brand like bailed.
The
uh,
closest I ever came was that time that he was at the table next to mine for brunch, and sat with my back facing him so that I wouldn't just like stare the whole time. But he,
I mean, I just met him at Fashion Week one year, when before he was, I think it was like the year
I
before he
think
was on
also
Project Runway.
that was one of the only seasons of Project Runway that I like watched from beginning to end, with the exception of like seasons where I knew people like
Like
Matt Archer.
Ryan. Who'd you, oh, like Matt, yeah,
Yeah.
Matt and Ryan.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't call people by their first and last name, should I?
Well, I think I cut you off anyway, so you're fine. Okay, wait, let's jump into the next one, which is, what is your favorite travel spot?
Um, are we talking like with my family or solo?
It can be whatever you want.
Okay. When I'm traveling with my family, I like to go somewhere with a beach or like tropical, relaxing, so that we can like, just like unwind. When I'm traveling like by myself or with friends, I prefer to go to cities, and just like wander and explore. And if I'm traveling like obviously with Robbie and not the child, also still cities, but the child, he doesn't like walking for long distances and he complains a lot and I try to avoid that. Um, so let's see, one of my favorite places that I've visited is probably Portugal. I love Spain. Spain always like will have a special place in my heart. It was the first foreign country I had ever visited and it's still one of my favorite places. Barcelona in particular.
Where was my first? I mean, the first time I traveled out of the country was the Bahamas, which is beautiful. And most people never go there. So I'm not going to sound like a brat when I say that. But after that, my first travel overseas was Amsterdam. And Rory, but my now husband, was living there at the time. So I got like a full experience, like the full college experience too, which was fun. Um, I would say my favorite travel spot. I mean, I'm like you, I love a beach, right? Like I love a tropical beach for relaxation vibes. But I mean, one of the coolest cities I think I've ever been to was, I don't even know. You know, when we traveled to Scotland for a few weeks, we went to like, we went to Edinburgh, Glasgow, um, and we went up to like Loch Ness and did all that and went to St. Andrews. I had a friend at St. Andrews at the time, and so I got to go there. That was really cool. I don't know. Frick. Oh, Paris. I mean, I love Paris.
Well, Paris was fun. I mean, it was fine. Another reason why I'll say like I'll stick with Barcelona as my final answer is because they have the beach and they have like the nice city where you can
That's
like
true.
get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's like some places that are like close by that you can go to, like smaller towns and things like that, that give you that relaxed vibe. Like Majorca is beautiful.
Yeah.
For sure live there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could live in Mallorca.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, what's your favorite life hack? This was your pick.
Was it?
Yeah, this is not mine.
I was gonna say, who came up with that? I don't like it.
That was not me. Because I don't think I have any
Okay.
life hacks.
Um, at the risk of sounding predictable, meal prep. Like,
That's so predictable.
I know,
You are so basic.
I
Oh
know,
my God.
but it really make my life easier. And I know that that's not for everybody. But like today for me, um, for those of you who don't know, like we record on Mondays. So like today's a Monday. After we're done here, like I'm gonna go do my meal prep for the week and I cook for like myself, my husband. My kid's a picky eater, so I'll cook for him like as that comes up. But it just really makes my life easier. I can just grab, go. I don't have to, it takes me a couple hours of just being in the kitchen and I have food for the whole week and I don't have to think about it. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wish I could meal prep. If I didn't have all these histamine issues, I would meal prep for sure. But if I can't, unfortunately, but I imagine that is a pretty good life hack. I mean, I wish I had I don't even know. Do I have a life hack?
um,
I'm like, what do I feel like all I do is complicate shit. So for being honest, no, I don't think I have a life hack. I feel like I am too complicated for a life hack.
all right,
Right?
next question.
Okay, yeah. Aaron doesn't have one. All right. Oh, well, you'll like this one. What's your favorite exercise?
Mm, sorry. My favorite exercise, um, a Bulgarian split squat.
I did them on Friday and it was painful.
I
They
feel
hurt. I still can't, huh?
they do hurt, but I feel like when I first like was properly taught how to execute it, I was like, "Oh, this feels like a completely different exercise than what I had been doing or what I had been shown previously." So I feel like now that I know that I'm doing them right, I feel like they're very effective. Um, and I don't necessarily enjoy them while I'm in the moment, but it's one of those things that like afterwards, like you were working real hard and you can feel it.
Oh yeah.
And
I haven't been able to do the ballerina ones
I
yet. The
haven't really tried it yet. I really need to figure out the height for like the bench
yeah.
situation available to me. I might have to actually try that one at the gym and see because they have a lot more things I can use. But that would be.
Yeah.
I like. Can I give a second one?
Sure.
My second one would be a plank, like kettlebell pull through.
Oh, yeah, you like those. That's one of your full body recommendations all the time. So my favorite is on a Pilates reformer,
Okay.
and it's crisscross flying lunges. And it's where you're lunging, like your foot is on, you're like, okay, like let's say you're on the left side of the reformer, your hands are on the bar, your your right foot is on the shoulder rest, and your left leg is in a lunge. And you, when you push up, when you push back, your leg flies up to meet the other one. And then to cross over, you're in a plank and you cross over with your legs, like you crisscross your legs to get to your other side, and you move your other foot into the other shoulder rest and you go back into a lunge.
That sounds very complicated.
It's not, but it sounds complicated, but it's really not complicated.
Okay, wait, what's that one called again? I'm gonna write it down so I can look it up to see if I can like work it into my slow burn.
Oh, for slow burn. So it's a flying lunge, and you would start off as yeah. Well, you crisscross over to the other side.
Well, what's the move called? What'd you say from the beginning?
I can't remember the exact name, but I call it a crisscross flying lunge.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. And then I also like single leg bridge on the reformer as well. Is probably my other favorite. Most of my favorite exercises are on the reformer. But I don't even go right now because I've compacted my sacrum a while back, and I haven't gone back since that, even though I want to, but it's also expensive and then you take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, our last favorite thing is your favorite food. Even though I don't eat this as much anymore, well, tacos. Tacos. I'm like really big into salmon tacos right now. I love tacos. I'll send you the recipe. Yeah. It's like I use it with like I use in champagne vinegar. I soak like a little like coleslaw or like.
I feel like you should like put the recipe where people could see that. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can do that. It's gluten-free. And I've done it on both crunchy and soft corn tacos. So
okay.
Corn taco shells.
I would say my favorite food, if I'm getting like very specific here, my mother's spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, girl, if I could bring back my grandmother and have her make me spaghetti and meatballs, I would just be in heaven. I would eat meat for that.
Yeah, my mom like mixes like 3 different types of meat together in the meatball, and then she shoves like a whole clove of garlic like in the center. So it's like when you cut that meatball in half, it's like you get that little surprise in the middle, and oh, so good.
That's the Sicilian way. That's funny.
Is it? She probably got it from a cooking show. I don't know.
That's funny. Yeah. My grandmother used to do it. The garlic would be roasted, but she would do something similar. Not to the meatballs, but she would do it to other dishes.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah. Oh yeah. If my grandmother was alive.
She spends like 2 days making her sauce.
Oh,
it was really funny. So one week I meal prepped like a meat sauce or whatever, and I don't have 2 days making a sauce from scratch, so I use a jar and I doctor it up and add some stuff to it. And my mother actually tasted it because she was at my house, and I was like, here, like, I know it's not your sauce, like, try it. And she tasted it and she got mad. She was like, well, your sauce kind of tastes like mine. And it came from a jar. And I was like, sorry.
Have you ever had my red sauce? I don't know if you've had my red sauce. I only make it once a year, and it's my grandmother's recipe, and I make it at Christmas.
No, but I've heard about your red sauce.
Yeah, I only make it at Christmas, and usually it's just me and Rory, so very few people, because I do it from scratch too. It's my grandmother's recipe, it's not mine. I do like to make my my aunt has the quick way to make crawfish etouffee, the quick recipe with cans. And I love making it. So easy. Now I'm hungry.
Sorry.
Eat
lunch when we're done.
Huh?
But eat lunch when we're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay, that's it. That is our favorite things.
Okay.
And I feel like I have 20 more things that I could think of, but
I know, like I still am stuck on song, like
on what?
Said I'm still stuck on favorite song.
Well, when you think of it, you can post it on our Instagram.
And then it changes from week to week.
Oh God, yeah, mine does too. And I mean, for real, I'm all over the place with music.
Yeah.
For sure. So next week's episode, friendships as an adult. I know it should be interesting.
That'll be very interesting. Y'all buckle in for that one.
Oh.